Hi, everybody. Welcome to this edition for the Ed Listen show. And my name is Bjorn Barrett. Today, I'm going to show you a quick overview of Google Forms. Google Forms is very much like SurveyMonkey, but it's built into the Google platform. It's a great way to collect information. So I'm going to hit New. I'm starting here because it doesn't start off as one of the top three. You actually have to go to More, and then you'll see Google Forms right here. Blank form or from a template. So I'm just going to go from blank form. When you're looking at this, there are two places to put a title. There's this one. Oops. There you go. Now it's loaded up for me. Right up here, you'll see an untitled form, and that is the file name. And then you also see the untitled form right here, and that is the title of the form. So your file name can be different than the form. And I'm just going to put something in here, It doesn't survey. And if I click off, you'll notice that it does bring it across, but you can change the titles. So in here, a couple of things that I should know is you can keep adding questions by hitting the plus box. And this is a quick overview, and I'll go over a lot more. You can kind of go through, add more questions. And then as you click on them, you'll notice they'll highlight. Questions themselves have the option of being short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checks, drop down, file upload, linear scale, multiple choice grid, checkbox grid, date and time. So there's quite a few question options that you do have in here. You also have the option to add titles and descriptions to different sections. You can add images, YouTube videos, and even different sections. So there's a lot you can do within here. When you're in a question themselves, that's the title. So when you're in a question right here, you'll notice that you can just kind of add more options. You can add other if it's a multiple choice. You can give it a title. If you need helper text, so that's the title portion. You have down to the bottom left, you have the option of selecting some options. You can, if it's a multiple choice or a checkbox, I think you can go to a selection based on an answer. You can shuffle the order, or a lot of times I think one of the more important ones is description. So this is where you can put helper text. So this is where you can put like the helper text. So once you have your form built, I want to kind of go over a couple other things that you can do with this. Right over here, you have your responses. And this is where you can see anything that are responses coming in. Right over here, you can check whether that's actually accepting responses. Right here, you have a choice of opening up the spreadsheet, the responses in a spreadsheet format. I don't know. And again, you can do a few other things by hitting the little arrow. And we may come back to this once we actually get some responses. And let's going back over to questions. The next thing that you really should know about is this little eyeball right here and kind of the send button, because that's the meat and potatoes. You create the form, you want to see what it looks like, you want to send it. I have a tendency to use the eyeball a lot more, even more so than the send button. So I'm just going to click preview. And what that does is it opens up in a new window. And this is the form. I guess when I first took it, I said I added some sections. So we have to go to the next section. Right here. And then you can see here's the form. Here's the title that we put down here. I'm going to click option 1. I'm going to hit submit. I'm not going crazy with this. It comes back to the survey. And then I'm going to go back. And now you'll see that my responses, I do have a response. And you can even see it in here. Or like I said, you can even open up the spreadsheet. By default, it wants to create a new one. So I'm going to hit create. And there it is, my timestamp, and there is the option. I will be making some more videos about Google Forms that get in a little bit more depth about each section of it. But I did want to highlight some few things. So I'm going to go back to questions. The next one I want to go to is a send. So this pops up, and it just is an easier way to kind of get things through here. I'm not a big fan of sending an email through here. I actually prefer to write an email and then just embed the URL. So if I'm going to do that, I'm actually going to send via, and I'm just going to choose the link. And sometimes we can even shorten the link and just copy that one, hit Control-C to copy it. Now, when I'm in an email, I can paste it and it's right there. So that is my overview, very quick overview of Google Forms. And like I said, I'll make some more videos going in more detail. But I want to say thank you very much for listening to Ed Listen. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share with your friends the channel URL, or check out my blog at www.edlisten.com. Thank you very much, and never stop learning.